Maggot Manor is.
Yeah, I mean, he could. I'm back alive, by the way, guys. Yeah, but so he could actually stay there, and what people want to do with their old characters is absolutely fine. But what I'm saying is that I'm just aware that there is literally 6 days to change that character and get it ready for the next lot. So if people want to do it, I think it's something that you guys need to talk about in Discord and then let me know. But don't, please do not let me know at Saturday at 2:00 that you're all playing I don't know, barbarians or something. Yeah, or it's going to be a group of paladins, because
a group of warlocks.
Yeah, or or you're all going to be I don't know, fighters. That'd be an interesting thing. But
all the party is going to be bard.
You can be a group,
a band.
A band. Now that reminds me, because I think when you first met Zebedee, I don't know if you remember Zebedee, Zeb, the captain of the guard. One of you actually said, "We are a band," and he actually said, "What do you play?" Because I was watching the video back the other day, and I noticed that. Was it you, Julius, who said it?
It was Julius. I think it was Julius that said we're a band of
merry men.
Of merry men.
Merry men. He turned around and said, "A band? What do you play?
What do you play?" Okay, so. Yeah, go for it, Julius. Go. Yep. Excellent. So we're still in combat. We're still battling through the finale. The party's doing really well because several of them have been close to death and been brought back up by the healing and channeling powers of the cleric of Tenariel. Currently, Bazooka and Ashenek in wolf form are still battling the 2 grey dwarfs up at the top. Araval and Julius, you are free of your 2 monsters down here, the dwarves down here. But Julius, you're having real problems with your sword at the moment because it's getting hot. And Rurik has got a witch bolt on this what he considers to be a red dragon that's erupted from the magma. And I don't know if you remember at the end of last adventure, Rurik captured some words in sort of like ancient dwarfish that said something about, I don't know if you remember this, but called the Guardian Now. And that's roughly what he got if you were watching last week's adventure. Yeah. So this could be what's happening. These, just to let you know, these up here, Ashenik and Bazooka, because you can probably see through the legs, these seem to have disappeared down this corridor. So you can't actually see them anymore. Okay, so Ereval, we're down to you down here on 22. Go for it.
2 quick questions.
Yeah.
How high is the dragon creature floating above the ground?
It's probably somewhere between 10 and 20 foot up.
Okay, and how high above the ground is the plateau area for the outcropping?
It believe it or not, it's only about 6 foot high, but because the dwarves were so small as they were going around the other side, that's why you couldn't see them. So it's in. Do you want to jump onto it?
I do, and in fact, I have a spell to help me do that.
Cool.
So the intention is to get up to here.
Yeah.
But I'll make my my check here before moving up there.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's not really difficult. It's just sort of like a stone thing. So you sort of like jump up there and sort of like land quite happily on your feet, which is fantastic. Tenariel, you're up.
Well, Is Julius still dropping his sword and fumbling with it?
No, he's actually got it. I think you've got it in your hand at the present moment in time, Julius, haven't you?
Yeah, it's burning me.
But
Yeah.
He's looking pretty uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because I was going to throw you my mace, but I mean it's not as good as your sword, but it won't be hot. I don't know what to do. I'm going to move to here, but I'm not going to attack or anything.
I think Julius hasn't sort of like vocalized about his sword. You notice that he dropped it beforehand, and he's got rather a grimace on his face, and there is a smell of singed flesh coming out. But you know, he might just be hot in his armor. You know what these paladins are like in anything for a complaint. Yeah, right. Say again, sorry. This is
For a bit.
yeah, anything for a bit of sympathy. You know, this I don't know the way.
I've not said anything.
All right, we're up at Bazooka and the wolf now as Shenik. So this one is yours, Bazooka. 21 will hit you. So that's 7 plus 3, so that's 10 points damage. And 20 will hit you, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So that's 10 points there, and 2 for 12 points damage.
Cool.
Are you still in wolf form?
Just.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, Bazooka, you're up.
You're muted.
I actually put some fizzy water in this today, so it looked like I was trying to drink alcohol. So it looks like more like part in a little glass, but.
I thought you were going to say like the rest of us.
Well, I was just
Alcoholics.
I was just trying to fit in, but now I'm have to go back to this. I'm sorry. What?
Okay, so Luke is going to concentrate on the big guy to the left.
Yeah, cool.
And Swing is Almighty Scimitar, the protector of realms, and Miss.
Do you want to add your 1d4 on? It won't make a difference.
No, you don't want to do that.
See what you could have got.
See what you could have had.
Julius, you are up.
If I go underneath, can I hit the dragon?
Probably not at 15 feet high.
No, he's too high up. You could chuck
If you
some.
think of it on a flat plane, you're taking up 5 feet of space, and you can reach across another 5 feet of space. It's kind of similar, reaching straight up.
I look for the fallen giant dwarfs. Oh, it's a javelin they had, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're actually down here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to move up. Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to move up here. Pick up one of the javelins.
What are you doing with your sword? Are you just dropping it?
I'm going to, as soon as I get there to pick up the javelin, I'm going to drop my sword next to it.
Okay. So you move. Dropping a weapon is absolutely fine. Picking up the weapon is one of your actions. Yeah. So tell me, is the javelin in the is like paladins proficient in all weapons?
No.
No, did you say? Or yes?
No.
What?
No, it's not.
What are you proficient in?
Longswords. That's it.
No, there must.
What?
Paladins
No,
must
this
be.
one, no.
Paladins must be. I'm hoping paladins are.
All simple and martial weapons.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that should include the javelin.
So it will. It
Yeah,
will.
because it's not exotic weapon.
Yeah. So you can actually lob this. What's the range from there?
25 feet.
Yeah, you have to sort of like add on some distance as well, because of course it's not. It's actually.
You could always take a step forward before you throw it, though.
Yeah, you'll probably do a bit of a run.
I've actually done my max range.
Oh right. So let's do you want to try to lob it this round or not?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then go for it.
I've got 2 with me, so
2 what?
Javelins.
Yeah, you would have picked up 1.
Yeah.
The other one's still
Okay.
on the floor. Yeah.
He's saying he's got a spare.
Yeah. What is the javelins?
You'll roll a 1. I would have thought it would be a 1d20. Then normally it has your dex bonus on it, and then you add your strength bonus for the damage. That's what I want
No,
to say.
for range you can add your strength.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
D6
One,
plus.
1d20 plus 1.
Thrown range is 30 feet.
Stabs it in his foot.
And it
That
does
was a
1d6 piercing.
4 to hit.
Stab into the magma.
Would he be that much to?
Yeah, you a 4 what hit it. So like, you sort of go like that. And it's a bit like me throwing a javelin on sports day. That there was a
It goes for miles.
massive run up, totally doing exactly what the teacher said. Hand forward, down, pull it through, and it just sort of like drops. It sort of like hits this piece of rock. Sorry, I'm not on my thing. It sort of like hits this piece of rock here, and sort of like lands down. Right, Ashenik, you're up.
Gonna take a bite. Nice. Hopefully a nice chunky bite out of it.
That is a nice chunky bite.
Damage.
Where it counts.
That's 15.
No, it's the
17.
because you
17.
count the critical.
Yeah, doesn't he have? Pack tactics?
Pack tactics allows me, as long as I'm within 5 feet of an ally, I get the advantage.
Yeah. So I was right.
Which is why I'm sitting right next to Bazooka.
Yeah. So, which therefore kills that one quite nicely.
Good boy. I'm just going
Just gives the Bazooka a big lick. It's like full of blood and slobber.
Okay. My
Bazooka next round is the next time you go to the STD.
Yeah.
Just get checked out.
okay. So Arvol, this red dragon, as Rurik calls it, it sort of like sees you dive up onto this ledge, and it just sort of like soars down onto you and whacks out with one of its claws at you. Remember your armor class. Oh, it missed you in any case.
Yep.
It's actually now landed. It's actually down next to you on the lava. It could take off again, but it's actually come down and land. Rurik, you need to do some damage, I think.
Yeah, first of all, I will still cast concentrate on Wishbolt.
Yeah. So that's 3.
Is he still get 3 damage of lightning? Is he still concentrating on heat metal from blood?
Is he still concentrating on it? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask him?
No, but if he does, he need to make a concentration roll.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay,
He's just reminding you.
And I will move here and draw my axe.
cool. Okay, Aravol, you're up. You are toe to toe with Rurik's red dragon.
So he did come down to being at the same level.
Yeah, he's actually now
Excellent.
landed. He's actually stood. His actual sort of like bottom of his feet are in the magma, as if he's almost like drawing power from it.
Okay. Ereball is going to give him a big toothy grin as he swings his sword at him.
Yeah, nice. 8 points. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you? Oh, you don't have bless. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm not large size anymore.
No.
No more bonus.
Okay, so you go and you hit him, and you notice that your sword, your long sword that you're wielding two-handed, actually does penetrate this sort of like beast scales, and it's almost like when there's a contained like a sealed container. And all of a sudden something opens that is red hot and under pressure underneath it. And there's sort of like this, and you notice that there's just to this side, there's almost like a shot of magma sort of like flies out, just as if somebody sort of like spat it out as you slice the beast. Tenariel, you're up.
Kill it.
Kill it with fire. Oh wait.
I have nothing I can do to it.
Urinate on it.
Berry time?
Really?
I'll have a berry.
Cool.
You see, you've got no idea what happened to my character after I sacrificed myself. Honestly,
I'm just wondering how regular you're going to be after all these berries. That's all I can say.
Elves are always regular.
Cool. Okay. This is you. Yeah. Sorry, Bazooka. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
10?
11.
11.
Do you know the only bad thing about these icons is that you can't. I can see your bars, but sometimes the little icons go above the bars, and so you can't actually. So I can't actually. The only time I'll see when Bazooka's nearly dead is now, because beforehand it was covered with the bars. And Bazooka, you're up.
Speaking of the
did
icons,
Bazooka remove his temporary speed? Because he has 8. Did you remove your temporary speed before removing your HP?
Yeah, I think he lost that earlier on in the
yeah,
fight.
I lost that at the start of the start. The episode before this.
Okay, cool.
But
sorry if I
you
missed
still
it,
have
but I
the
didn't
icon.
catch.
Oh yeah, I still have the icon because it lasts for an hour or something.
Yeah, 8 hours. Yeah.
8 hours.
So you could recover those if you're healed.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm going to use second wind.
Oh yes, nice one. That's a bonus action, isn't it? So do you want to make your hit first, or do you want to do second wind and then do your hit?
Doesn't
really matter.
I'll hit first and then
Cool.
second wind it. Not like it's going to make any difference. Oh, it does make it.
Yeah. That hits.
And he blows down 5. Yeah, 5 points of damage. I got confused then because it said 2 on the die.
Yeah, on the dice it says 2.
And then you did roll a 2, but then you got +3 strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why. So it's second wind now. Yeah. How many hit points do you get back?
In your turn, you can just hit point 1d10 plus your fighter's level.
Yeah. So roll 1d10 and then add on 4.
1 to turn plus 12.
Nice. Add it on. Julius, you are up.
I'm going to try this.
Yeah, sorry. Just to let you know, you can see these gnomes. This gnome here, who's sort of like cowering away in the corner, and the ones further behind you as well. Down here, you can see them as well.
Okay. Do they have their chains? Are they together? Are they chained together?
They're shackled hands together and legs together, but they're not shackled gnome to gnome.
It's like I wish I had a weapon that can go straight through definitely like butter, but just so I can do something. Unfortunately, I can't.
You can.
I could probably do about 20 different things, but none of them come to mind, except this red dragon. If he doesn't die, then we're all dead.
And it'll be your fault.
What's the lightning shield icon over me and Julius?
Shield of Faith.
Oh, right, okay.
Because Teneri will cast it on you, and
That's right.
yeah, I don't know how long it lasts for.
10
6
minutes.
rounds? Oh, 10 rounds.
Yeah,
10
it's
minutes.
10 minutes. It's huge, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, is there anything you would like
Pick up
to?
your sword and get up here and battle this thing.
Fine.
Fine. You know it's the valiant thing to do.
Twist my arm hard enough.
Yeah, you probably saw me actually measure it, and I actually get to. Wait, I need to measure it again because I forgot now.
Yeah, are you sure you want to go around? That's going to give him the high ground.
No, it's. I can go there.
But if you go, you could go straight, jump up the wall, or climb up it. And then,
Yeah.
Throw me a spear then.
You don't want just to let you know, you don't, if you're in a square that has magma in it, you're in a square with magma in it.
Exactly.
So you don't
Okay.
want to be stood here.
So I can go here. Go
Well,
like
no, the
underneath.
slope is going to count for double movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I want to go down here, and then
So
go.
that's
across,
20.
which gives me there. You know what I mean?
See what you mean.
You
But,
can go there.
Okay. I'm not saying anything else.
I mean, if I'm here,
You're going to.
then
No, I'm
If
just
I'm-
concerned about this square, and this square. All three of those being difficult terrain.
I'll end up wherever I end up. I won't be able to hit him, but I'll be closer.
Difficult terrain.
Chuck the other spear.
Yeah. Can I pick up the sword, sheathe it, and then throw the javelin as I move?
That's a lot of action.
Yes.
That's a lot. But I got a yes from the TM.
No. What I was agreeing with Araval. If picking up your sword would be an action, sheathing your sword would be an action. So those are your actions gone. So you can now move.
Okay. I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna pick up my sword and move closer.
Yeah. Cool.
Here. That no. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
20.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, Ashenik, you're up. I can move my turn order now back to where it was because Julius moved and went underneath it. Ashenik, you're up.
Going to turn slightly so I can engage the other bearded dwarf giant thing, and I'm going to take a bite out of it. He says.
Right. I think because you're sort of like stumbling around
growls.
and it's sort of like no. Okay, my turn. This is coming at you, Arval.
Of course it is.
14.
Well,
Or
not
miss. Yeah. Okay, Rurik, you're up.
It is here to, like, compared to the ground, how high is this region?
That's 6 foot up, roughly. Give and take the odd inch.
So if I go there, I cannot strike there.
Yeah. How tall are you?
Yeah.
Hang on. How tall are you?
5 feet.
5 foot. But remember what I said. He's actually in the magma at the moment. So you probably, even though his symbol is actually there, he's probably not dangling over the edge. You could go up and sort of like end up here if you can with your movement, because remember you can pass through Araval as long as you don't stop in Araval.
Don't stop in me.
Yeah. So if
I
you
go there?
so so this square here, this would be like instead of this 5 foot, it'd be 10 foot. So that's 10, 15, and then you can then go 20. What's your movement rate?
25.
Yeah, so you can easily get there without, or even the square above if you want to do your movement.
Okay. I go there, and as a bonus action, I will use my spot.
Yeah, cool.
And as my normal action, I will use my axe at 2 end.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, do some damage for me.
Oh.
Oh,
I think I need to roll it. So.
Oh yeah, just roll it. It's just like, what is it? 2D. Yeah.
Consider it at
Yeah.
16.
Cool. So so you whack this red dragon, as you presume, and you whack into it, and it breaks open its skin again, and all of a sudden you obviously have done with all your damage in that lot. You've obviously dealt the deathly blow and the fatal blow, and this miniature red dragon, or whatever you want to call it, just explodes. It's almost like that hissing sound and that spitting out of magma. It's as if its inside is actually pure magma, and as you deal the final blow, it just goes and explodes in all directions.
Quick, spit on it.
Right, hang on. Just let me see whether or not. Julius, you'll be pleased to know, and this is why it was important. It actually finishes here. The explosion. So it doesn't actually get you. It sort of like it does each of the squares around it. So Rurik and Araval, does any of you have resistance to fire at all?
No.
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 I
Okay.
hope it's on Constitution.
So you need to make a dexterity saving throw, and your DC is 11.
It's my
if only had
favorite
a
save.
potion that resisted fire.
Okay, so Araval, you jump out the way. So you both, as it explodes, jump out the way. You almost like see it sizzling before, and you sort of like jump out the way as it explodes in all directions. You do.
Can I strike and crouch with the force of my blow?
You could do whatever you want, but the first thing you need to do, there is some damage coming at you. Okay, so but remember, you will take half this damage. Okay, so just remember that. So you both take 11 points of damage as this sort of like bursts up, and even Bazooka and Shenik and Julius and Teneri, you'll see this almost like this miniature fireball erupt in the middle of the cavern, and there's sort of like bits of magma floating, landing on the ground and spitting left, right, and center. So Araval, you're up.
Araval rolls
It's
out of the
nothing
way,
but a flesh wound.
wipes the debris off of his face from the explosion,
Do you want to dex Tenariel's right? Rolling
Sorry,
it?
I was going to heroically flick a berry up and catch
And
it
then
just as the explosion goes off. but I
sprint
dropped
down
it.
the edge of this
Choking on.
rock outcropping.
Oh,
Up here.
can I just say, sorry, I should have said, anything round the 5 foot of him is now sort of like lava. So can you see, hang on, I'll draw it on. So it's almost like going across like coals. Can you see like that?
Mm-hmm.
So that is now lava, like the actual picture of the lava. So
Okay.
so that you will, anybody who's going across that will take damage.
Okay. My intention was to jump to this square to get behind him to flank to finish him off. With my jump spell still in place, is there a way that I could make a running jump from where I'm at and do that? Because it triples my jump
As in height or length.
length.
And
Yes.
and what is your jump normally?
I think it's based off of a athletics or acrobatic check, right? I have to look up the actual rules of jump. I forgot.
Have a quick look. Just while we're looking that up, because I don't think Tenario, you just tossing berries?
I'll approach Julius and see how he is.
Julius, tell the lady Tenariel what you look like, health wise.
I am half near naked.
Tossing.
Yeah,
Very
I
girthy.
I've got my helm on. From top to bottom. Let's go down. I have my helm on, my upper armor on. When you hit my torso,
Right,
however,
she stops there.
yeah. But for the audio, whitey whitey, and
Oh,
they're
sir.
with armored. That's what I have. A shield and a longsword that is red hot. Like it's like it's still red from. It's not hurting him anymore, but it's still like red. From,
Yeah, it's sort of like got that glow now. You know when somebody's, when you've had something in the blacksmith's had something in the fire and taken it out, and it's just slowly sort of like it's not damaging him anymore, but it's
his armor gone. It's like steaming and everything in his hands. But it's like it's going up his armor, but it's because his armor's not really touching his skin.
How physically injured do you look?
Physically, I'm.
just tell us how many hit points you've got left for crying out loud.
I've got, 13
No,
out of
tell us with expressionist stance.
I've got half a smile.
Okay.
Half a smile. All right. I shall
Araval,
hit you with a heel.
a long jump, you can make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. Either way, each foot will clear on the jump cost of the movement. Yeah. That's what you wanted, isn't it? So
Yes. So with the jump spell, it would triple, giving me a jump distance of 15.
if you
And what did it say as far as action?
it's
No, that's half. That's using half without a running start, because I have a strength of 10.
yeah.
So my standard with a 10-foot run would be 10 feet, but
So,
without a 10-foot run, it would only be 5.
yeah. So what's your strength? Sorry,
10.
10. Yeah. So it'd be 10 foot. Well, if you triple that, is it because it triples your jumps, doesn't it?
Yes.
So with a 10-foot run, it will actually you'll be able to do 30 feet. But with a standing jump, you'll be able to do 15 feet.
Right.
Oh, fudge nuggets. Is he gonna land?
Remember, you're going down a slope here. Can you see where? Yeah, I see what you're going now. Because when you go down that slope, that'll be difficult terrain, won't it?
Right. I don't know who that was, but my original plan was to run along the edge over here.
I didn't see it.
But now, well, where the magma is, essentially. So that would have given me my running start.
Yeah.
And still maintain the elevation, but
But
there's no way to really do that.
No.
What was the action cost to do those jumps?
It just says the jump, the movement is your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Your jump is an action. So it says this assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter, such as a jump across a stream or a chasm. At your GM's option, you must succeed a DC strength athletics roll to clear a low obstacle, such as a dwarf, or no.
So if I did 2 jumps, that would be a full round action.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to do a standard standing jump to this square here and make an attack.
Cool. So that's
basically
a standard
jumping over Rurik. Yes.
Okay.
So with the drum spell, that gives me the 15 feet that I need to get to that point.
Cool.
All right, and swing the sword. Dramatically
And
fail.
miss. Tenariel, did you cast something on? Yeah.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
Already put it.
This is mine. So this is at you, Bazooka.
Cool.
5 points, which means he does this, and
Wait, what?
he drops his pickaxe, and Bazooka, it is your turn.
So, did he hit me?
No, he got a 5.
Oh,
He got a fumbled 5, so he got a nat 1.
you scared me then with the so-
19.
Right. Okay, I get it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as he swings his, what's he got? A pickaxe?
Yeah.
His war pick. Bazooka dodges it, and then comes through with an almighty swing with his scimitar, calling, "You are dead, you
And-
disgusting!"
And hits.
And
You better
kill-
get off that.
Oh yeah, I get a crit because it's 21.
No, you only get a crit on the green
No.
numbers.
19 is classed as a crit on.
Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't.
It's
But
plus
21
5, so-
minus 5 is like...
You didn't roll a
s-
19. You rolled a 16, and then you added on 5.
Well, why did it come up with that?
Ah, yes, you rolled a 16.
It's actually saying.
because the other one is advantage.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it's 6.
Do you not have a 1d4?
Oh yeah. I'm glad you reminded me. What's that? 6. That's 12.
Hang on. 1d4 plus 4? Where did the plus 4 come from?
All right. Do that again.
Get there eventually. Doesn't matter.
Still a 12.
Now, are you sure you don't want to use a point of inspiration just to kill it? Do you have a point of inspiration?
I don't have a point of inspiration. No.
Have to share the wealth, Big B. Have to share the
Oh,
wealth.
sell your mind.
So, chat, if you want to vote to give an inspiration point for the next game,
Just let me see what the anyway. It's you, Julius.
okay, the only thing that I can currently do is actually just move.
Go for it then.
That is it. Because that's difficult terrain next, that's all I can do.
Hang on, I'm still listening. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Sorry, my printer's deciding to clean its print head.
That's what it was.
I thought it was a grandfather clock or something.
Yeah, no, it's decided to have to.
We used it.
I've just
Beastly, flat battery, and I thought it was something completely different.
Yeah, I thought it was a brand new beat.
no, it just decided. So I've just turned it off and said hard luck. Ashenik, you're up.
Yeah, Grey Muzzle is going to take another bite out of this this dwarf thing. He doesn't much like the taste, which is why he doesn't actually hit him.
14 actually misses. Rurik, you are up.
You're gonna steal my kill.
Rurik
I was
will
trying to-
throw a fireball.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm ready to win. I'm stealing my kill.
Don't worry, you peeked that as
17
well.
does hit, yeah.
10 points of fire damage.
And let me just check something. Yeah, and that kills.
As Bazooka turns round to the final dwarf and swipes at him.
Just at this point, you hear from up to the northeast a terrific explosion as the corridor, the tunnel going off to the northeast. There's a big bellow of dust and rock that sort of like spills out, and you can see from where you are that it looks like some kind of spell or some kind of explosion has been used to actually seal off the corridor up at that point.
Fudge.
To be fair, the dragon count as 10 kills.
Oh no, it doesn't.
That only counts as one.
I shout over the lip of the terrain. Is they all did it?
Roll your will,
Like,
bitch.
No, there's one dwarf left.
Okay, I'm just going to take the Druid off that were big and huge, so you can see what's actually.
Can you roll your persuasion?
Right. There we go. Hang on. So right, I'll start it off again. Hang on.
Can Big Beastie and Flat roll their insight?
Why they're rolling their insight?
Because I said the dragon count as 10 kills. So I made a persuasion check.
I don't think you
to
can.
see if they believe me.
I think it's up to you. I would just say that people will decide themselves whether or not it's up to 10 kills or not. Okay. Right. Spells that are still up.
Aid and bless at the moment.
No, yeah, the bless is still up. But
And-
bless is only usable once,
Yeah.
and then it wears off.
Yeah. So no. So do you? So you don't have your bless on anymore, do you, Julius?
Who cast it? It wasn't me.
Me.
It was.
I think bless is probably.
That's
I think everybody used it.
Yeah.
kind of. I do have it as well, so I can still use it.
You can if you cast it. Okay, well, yeah. we'll see what's going to happen. Right, okay then. So, what would you like to do, guys?
So we're finding out.
Let's
I would like to go unshackle the gnome next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And say gnomish that he's free now.
They as you release the gnomes, they sort of like they seem to be really unsure about what's going on, and they sort of like you can see from their wrists and their ankles, and they've obviously been here for some time, and you can see when the manacles have actually sort of like worn away at their skin, and you can see that with the general heat of it, it's put various sores on them, etc. What did you want to know about the cave-in, Cryptex, Arval?
You're muted. You're still muted.
12 hit points for Bazooka.
Sorry about that.
Bazooka.
Just that passage is completely blocked off.
Yeah.
There's no getting through there.
Absolutely completely blocked off. If anything, it looks almost like it might have been rigged for such a thing like this. Remember, guys, why this place is this silver color? Because it is extremely rich in silver. Well, the gnome here, Bazooka, sort of like looks sort of like straight into your eyes, as it can do because it's a gnome, and sort of like says, "You saved us. You saved us from the," and he looks over to his left at Rurik, "from the evil dwarfs."
I'm a good dwarf. I say a
Bazooka-
thing, no.
Bazooka's going to turn around in Gnomish and say, all dwarves are evil.
Oh!
We have grown to realise this.
But this one's okay.
I slapped Bazooka in the head because I speak gnome too.
Okay, roll your hit roll.
And thus solidifying the concept that all dwarves are evil.
With violence.
Yeah, you take your hand and you slap him across the head.
Damage.
Yeah.
Does 5th edition still do subdual?
Yes, it does. It does do subduing damage.
So yeah, unarmed should be subdual, right?
As
So if he
Bazooka
slaps you
turns
around enough, he might knock you out.
These mess.
I've just healed him. Don't hit him.
It is. You can subdue, but you have to state that you are going to subdue before you do your attack roll. So you have to say, "I'm attacking, but I just want to subdue it," and in which case the hit points are taken off, almost like not real.
Right.
So you can sort of like take it off.
A pseudo attack.
Yeah.
But it used to be automatically subdual with unarmed
Yeah.
attacks.
So
Okay, bear in mind that Bazooka's still in a pissy from the
Rurik, you need to do some damage.
yeah.
How much?
Well, a normal fist is 1d3 plus your strength bonus.
Which you'll have to do manually.
I cannot pick D3, so I'm gonna reduce my strength by 1.
You roll a 1d3 and then add 3 to it.
But he's saying there's no way to do a D3 within roll 20.
You
Doesn't go
do
any
it
below
by
4.
dice. There's a dice roll.
So I'm gonna do a
Slash space
D4
1d4.
minus 1 strength.
Yeah.
You just
Or
put
you do a D6 and
you
1, 2, 3,
just
1,
put / roll 1d3.
4. Yeah.
You say.
On the left-hand side, there's a dice
So
symbol.
it's
Type it in
4.
the chat.
A
Yeah,
dice roll.
no, in that dice thing on the left.
You just type that into chat.
D4.
There's an app for it as well within roll 20.
But we're trying to say the app doesn't have a D3 option.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
very true.
Through all of this, Arrowball is stalking back and forth across the cave,
Yeah.
not
Well, it's-
unlike a caged predator.
So
Yes, you are.
You reserve 4 point of damage.
4 points of damage, right?
and at this point the two gnomes sort of like lunge themselves at you, Rurik.
Yeah, bearing in mind, Bazooka's already in a pissy, and fighting gnomes, he's going to pull his scimitar on Rurik.
I'm gonna slice you up, bitch.
He's not going to hit. He's just going to point it at his face. Say, do that again.
I see what's going on. Like rush over Like, I was just about to release those gnomes over there, but then I was like, I stopped, turn around, and I was like, and I kind of like trying to split them up. It's like, we'll surely then because I don't speak gnomish.
Ashenek, who, while still in wolf form, is going to try and pick Bazooka up by the scruff of the neck and pull him away.
Well, so what you're going to? I mean, you're going to have to sort of like make an attack roll to grab
Is it
him.
an attack roll?
I don't know. This sounds like we're getting into another combat round. We may need initiative.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to do damage. I'm just trying to pull him away.
2 hours later.
But if your
Guys,
response
running
is slower than Beastie's,
I cast Burning Hand on Big Beastie.
Oh, we want to fight?
Okay, then go for it.
You best not hit me.
Do your damage.
What?
The Burning Hand.
Yeah. If you're going to cast it on Bazooka, then
I'm gonna cast it this way so I don't take out Asher.
oh, so you're gonna hit one of the gnomes too, huh?
As he does so, I whack his arms up.
Once again, that's all initiative stuff. But who responds quicker?
I'll roll my concentration on that.
There's my initiative.
okay then. Let's roll initiative. Hang on. Let me clear everything first.
Yeah, I was waiting on
Bazooka got 5.
Going down.
5 and 5. Oh,
Crap on a crumpet.
oh dear.
Oh, sorry, Bazooka. You weren't actually.
I got 5.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just adding you onto it.
So I would like to banish.
Well, when Julius casts his banish, I'll give him inspiration.
Okay then. Rorik, off you go with your spell.
Yeah. They need to make a dexterity save. 13.
Yeah, I need to know where you're going to cast it to first. I need to see the code.
He was trying to direct it so it was clear of the wolves.
I'm gonna try to cast it this way so it doesn't affect the Asheni.
Okay.
13 then, huh?
So you'll take like so that's like, failed it. So
Big Beastie, the gnome, and maybe the other gnome.
Okay.
So how much damage am I taking?
Make a dex check, Bazooka.
13.
Yeah, I did. I failed it.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I see.
Right. That kills both those gnomes outright.
Poor gnomes. I'm going to say it.
Okay. What would you like to do now, Rurik?
I would like to say this what happened when you pushed me in that corner.
Push me in a corner?
You weren't pushed in a corner. You were not pushed in a corner.
And who pushed you in a corner?
You mean
You
back
did
me
when
into a
you
corner?
said all the dwarf are evil.
I said all the dwarf are evil except this one.
No,
It was your action after that of hitting him back on the head and damaging that.
Mm.
Can I set this off?
Either way.
However,
we're doing this.
We're doing this. It's
We
done now.
have to react to this.
The party has to
Run over-
decide.
Run over and check them, see if they're still
Yeah,
there.
they're definitely firmly crisp. I mean, you Tenaria, you thinking they're sort of like really sort of like hard. They've been worked very hard over years, maybe decades, and obviously they haven't been fed with a huge amount of food. So you figure that they probably only had like in gaming terms, you figure that they only had like 1 or 2 hit points, if that.
They
You
were
know.
severely weakened by their incarceration
Yeah.
to begin with.
So they are quite. I mean, to be honest with you, they only had cloth on, so they're literally to in want of putting it another way, crisped.
Crispy critters.
Well, she's going to kneel down and
Were the other gnomes released?
No, before I could release them, I noticed that this fracas was happening.
Okay.
Are we having barbecue?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Kneel
Harimal did
down.
not say that.
So
Watching both of them.
just as this happens, I tackle Rurik and cover him, but pin him to the ground as well. I get physically in between.
Do your
Bazooka.
strength.
That means I'm gonna hit you because I'm swinging.
Yeah. You can swing at me. So
Do
I'm-
your strength.
I've got my scimitar out.
while I'm on the ground, I'm trying to speak. Is like your friend here is like, stop doing this. We can, we got wolves to kill. This is why we're down there to save Clarion and all the peoples. This is not about you or anything else. It's save lives. 10 hours later of the speech.
Okay.
Rust monster are okay to kill, but not under dark gnomes. I do a strength check against the spin.
Against me. Okay.
So I honestly, you two obviously know what you're doing, so I'll just let you get on with it.
I don't know what's happening because the thing's gone. The hip. The
Julius is trying to pin me down, and I stand my ground against him.
Okay, go for it.
After watching them for a couple of seconds, Harold's going to shake his head and say, "This is what happens when you go too deep underground." And he's going to start heading. He's just heading out, going back to the surface.
Okay.
Wherever one moves to try and get past me, I'm going to get in their way.
So you're
I'm-
moving because a rebel move the view.
Tenaria, what would you like to do?
Well, after examining the corpses, she knelt down, said a prayer for the dead. She's going to stand up and she's going to scream at the top of her voice. Stop it!
Okay. Ashenik, what
And
would
see
you?
if it has any effect.
Okay, Ashenik, what would you like to do?
Muted.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. Ashenik is going to turn back into his human form, and then he's going to go and recover his clothes, his armor, and put those on. He wants nothing to do with what's going on anymore.
Bugging out.
Hang on, I'll swap you. There you go.
Thank you.
Just so it's never an issue later, I am picking up my bow where I dropped it here.
Yeah. I assume you do things like that.
Okay.
And then once he's done that, he's going to go and try and free the other gnomes, just because he doesn't like them
That's
being
where I was
shackled,
heading as well.
and try and usher them towards the exit as well. Round, I'm going to ping round this way, so they don't see the fight that's going on.
Yeah. Okay then. Cool.
I'm swivel round, point to Bazooka. Is like in the name of Borealis, you will stop this right now. Walk away.
Borealis,
Yeah.
you're rogue.
Because he's told me, like the while we've been traveling, he's actually told me about the connection that he has with Borealis.
I'm not. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but I'm not aware that Bazooka's actually thrown any punches.
No, it's effectively he's got his sword out, swing.
But
Yeah.
I got hit at the back of the head. I turned I pulled my scimitar on Rurik, and then the turn order disappeared. I
know. I've still. And then Rurik burning hands everybody.
yeah.
So now it's 5. It's your turn to go, Bazooka, if you wish to go.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
My turn didn't happen. Then.
Yeah, well, you're both you two are both together. You both got 5, according to the turn.
So at the same time as what you're about to do, I do that. I turn to you.
So I'm about to swing and you step in.
Yeah.
So
Same as.
Does that mean you're going to take the damage?
I'm gonna. If you hit, I'll take the damage. While I'm saying it. Misses.
No, you don't take damage. So okay, that's happened. You've said that, and I'm going to turn around to Brooke and in Gnomish say, "You've been trying to kill me since we've been down here," with the trying to collapse the tunnel on me and that.
So now it's the turn of Julius.
So, Rurik, you're up on 13.
You will have to hit me to get to him.
So let's sort that out.
What's
then.
the difference between infant animals or gnome that are enslaved?
And you thought this was going to be a
Caraval, where are you?
section.
Take me with you. Caraval.
I think he would actually slow down and look over his shoulder when he hears Scenario scream.
Yeah, and you can help the gnomes up. Rurik, on 13, what do you wish to do?
I would like to speak to Bazooka and also Julius.
Yeah, that's just a free action, so go for it.
That before you tried to kill babies, and now you want to save enslaved dark gnomes.
Okay, so that's your free action. What do you want to use your action with?
I would like to cast this spell.
Jeez.
Almost doesn't matter what it is. That makes 2 offensive spells you've used against your own party member.
No, that's a defensive.
Well,
And that's a defense.
Okay, cool.
it was in an offensive manner, though. It was meant to be.
Okay, Julius, you're up.
I turn around and face Rurik, and over my shoulder, I also go, walk away, Bazooka, right now.
Okay, do you wish to do any action?
Nope, I'm standing there.
Okay, Bazooka, you're up.
Bazooka's not going to walk away. He's a stubborn. He's hard-headed. He's not going to walk away.
Not even in the name of.
No, he just thinks that's a dirty low blow.
Okay, Rurik, you're up. 13.
Whilst Kaiserden's thinking, can I just say, as a bit of like background stuff that's going on, whilst just before I help the gnomes up to Tanriel and Erevol up the ledge, I'm going to be taking out a little bit of what I assume I'm carrying, like hardtack or bread or something in my backpack. I'm giving them a small piece of that, sort of like as I'm going to give it to them and then lift them up to the next level.
And
Of course,
keep
they
them
don't
from
speak
looking
Gnomish.
over their shoulder at their dead friends.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Rurik, you're up.
Although we can play it off as it happened during the battle.
Rurik, you're up on 13.
Rurik will start removing his armor.
You wish to remove your armor?
Yeah.
What armor do you have on?
A scale mail.
Literally,
Is that medium armor? Yeah.
Yeah, medium armor.
Yeah. So it'll take you a minute to take it off.
That's 10 rounds.
Yeah. So Julius and Bazooka, you notice that Rurik starts to take his armor off. Do you two want to do anything in between while he's taking his armor off?
I watch him, and wherever Bazooka moves, I'll still remain in between him and
Okay.
Rurik.
Bazooka, do you wish to do anything?
Yeah, Bazooka's gonna try and get at him, but obviously Julius is standing in the way. Bazooka's gonna turn around and say, like, just get out, let me at him, let me at him, let me at him.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Okay then, so I'll cut back to the rest of you. Okay, so you can quite happily leave this. Of course, there's a long corridor with the blood-sucking birds in that are sort of like dead now. And then, of course, it goes back to the cage where, if you remember, you told the miners to be ready to get you up from there, so, and with the rope, etc. So you can actually now make your way right the way up. If you also remember, there's that the Tenarial, you know that the miners had actually triggered that other trap, that other fungus place off, because that's when you brought one of them back from the dead. So you can actually get to the, well, you can get, I mean, probably Aravol's quite looking forward to getting completely up and out of this place, which you probably can do. The deep gnomes are not happy to leave the place at all.
Ashenek, if the other two wanted to leave go outside, Ashenek is more than happy to sit with the gnomes wherever they decide to stop. So if they want to stop, like in the ground level, if you know what I mean, rather than -1 or -2,
Okay,
wherever they feel more comfortable to stop, he will stop with them and help look after them in case, because obviously I assume the miners will not be amazingly happy to see deep gnomes potentially.
No.
So he's going to try and explain it.
I presume he's got his...
Not currently. I've got the necklace.
Yeah.
Staff, we haven't discussed. The last time we mentioned it, Julius had it. And we haven't said anything since, so I'm assuming I don't have it.
So, but the second level is lit now by the miners in any case. So Tenarial, Aravol, and Ashenik, what is your plan? What do you actually want to do with the mining of the silver, the deep gnomes and the miners? What's just sort of like your plan with those?
The deep gnomes, whatever happens to them is up to them. If they want to leave and go back to their own home, we can try and arrange that.
If they want to stay and help mine, then we can explain to the miners and ask them if they'd be prepared to work with them if they wanted. Wants to know how to speak gnome.
For a guild wage, of course.
Well, as you sort of like talk to them and role play it out, you get to the point that you suddenly realise that the gnomes are quite happy to stay here and sort of like organize and facilitate some of the mining, since they actually know this area of the mine very well and they are very good miners. But like you say, Tenariel, they agree that there would have to be some kind of agreement that they're not actually slaves. And maybe it could be that it gets to the point that they actually own the mine, and you know that Clarion actually forms some kind of a trade agreement with them, and they'd be quite happy for miners to come and work here. But in a sense, it's their mine, and there could be a trade with resources or food, etc.
Yeah,
And
that
they're
sounds-
quite happy to set that up. Okay, then.
So we are able to communicate with them without issue.
Yeah, they
have
speak
their
speak
language?
common in any case,
Okay.
so that's not.
Oh, that's right. I didn't realise that. That's okay.
So
When we get to the floor where the miner triggered the mushroom thing, I will
Yeah.
mention it
yeah,
to
okay, then cool.
Cryptex
Yeah,
that one of the miners triggered some mushroom spores or something down the mushroom.
yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
Corridor.
Ereval still
She
seems
never went
pretty
down that
set
way.
on getting to the surface,
Yeah,
even with that information. His intention is to get back to camp, let the bodyguards, who I'm assuming are on the surface, know that we just liberated some prisoners. They'll need they need some food and water, and probably some looking after.
Clothing.
Yeah.
And supplies.
good idea. Okay, Rurik, back down to you. You are now standing with your armor off, and it's you to go on 13.
I will throw my armor here. And I will say to Bazooka that this is a tribute for you. That remember this from the story of our youth. Everything that comes from the Underdark is evil and greedy. So those life I took are not in vain.
Do you wish to do any, apart from throwing your armor over there, is there anything else that you want to do with your action? On 13.
No.
Okay. Julius, you're up.
I kind of turn to Rurik. Is like, don't be stupid, get it on. Then I turn back to Bazooka. He's like, we're all going together.
Okay, Bazooka,
Right,
you're
so-
up.
Father voice is like, we're off. We're turning this bus around.
Bazooka's going to chuck his horrible scimitar to the floor, and in Gnomish, he's going to turn around and say, "I'm done," and walk off back and leave them.
Okay.
Combat over. Please. Woo.
Okay, so after dealing with the main part of the adventure and sort of like sorting out Whittaker Mine and sort of like gaining some kind of agreement with the deep gnomes and banishing the dark the deep dwarfs as well, the grey dwarfs as well. Rurik, are you coming with the party or not?
I'm coming with the party, but
Okay. So you sort of like head off, and Araval, you're really pleased to be back up at the top and smell the sweet air, you know, that you've been missing for such a long time, and even hearing the wind through the trees is something that's quite almost like reassuring once you actually get back up to the top and out of the mine, and you sort of like spend the next night yeah.
I pick up all that is dropped, because they dropped it and walked away. I pick it all up and think,
The scimitar.
So when the others return to the surface, they'll see Ereval sitting at the camp, actually fiddling with his wolf tooth necklace, contemplating.
So yeah, and you sort of like the miners and the guards are quite happy to sort of like officiate down here and sort of like sort out the positives and the negatives, you know, and sort of like get things up for running. They've got the gnomes to sort of like share with their expertise here as well, which will be absolutely brilliant. So it's almost like they're quite happy. They've got their cart that they will set it up so they can actually really start to mine the silver in order to get it back to Clarion. And they suggest that you guys head back and tell the town to start sending out more miners. If you remember, they're going to train more miners and actually send some out. And also perhaps they wonder, because of the attack, if you remember, there was some trees that attacked you on the way here, almost like suggest that you should have organize some kind of protection up and down when you get back to Clarion with the city guard. And you sort of like also like think, yeah, you know, this is a good idea, and it'd be good to head back to Clarion to await the first almost like shipment of silver, knowing that your weapons will be the first ones to be manufactured. So you can have the opportunity to head off to hopefully destroy the werewolves. If you remember, there's quite a few days to travel between the mine and Clarion. And Tenariel, as you travel, you actually have to sleep, of course. And just to know, your dreams are far from relaxed. And there should be something in your journal now that you can actually open. It says Tenariel's dream.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So that there might be, I cut and pasted it from my copy, so there might be some pronouns not quite right, because I wrote it in how I would have said it to you, but then I thought, rather than me saying it to you, it would be better for you to read it and experience it. So, you know, it's up to you what you share. And you have that the night before you will arrive back at Clarion. Do you wish to share that with the party at all or not?
She's gonna share it with Cryptex.
Okay then.
'Cause
Well,
Ereval.
with Ereval. So
sorry, yes, Ereval.
so what I can do is that I can just add him to the name.
Yeah.
Is that all right? And so Ereval, you should now be able to see that as well.
She'll have had disturbed meditation, and she'll be a bit jittery and a little bit upset, a little bit down, and a bit confused.
Yeah. And I mean, for the past few days, you've been sleeping quite well, but then the dream is really vivid and really almost like real. And it's really one of those dreams that you didn't actually think was a dream. You actually thought you were living it. And you're quite pleased on your last day of the journey to be heading back to Clarion. And, you know, you've been away for quite a while now. You're looking forward to a nice warm bed in the inn and a bath and some sensible food. And Ereval, you've been enjoying the outside air and sort of like really enjoying the open skies, and even being able to manufacture the odd bow from odd arrows from now and again. And yet, as you approach Clarion, you get this strange feeling that nothing is quite right, and you suddenly notice that there's no carts coming in and out of Clarion, and you can see that there's various sort of like crows hovering above, and there seems to be no sounds coming from Clarion
Any
at all.
smoke from chimneys?
No, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
Shinies are gone.
I was just can I just say, just like during the whilst we've been travelling, Ashenek would have been more often than not in his direwolf form, sort of like scouting 15-20 minutes ahead of the party, sort of like and around it to make sure it was okay. Because it's just because you mentioned that the trees were a bit dodgy and that sort of thing, so he would have been keeping an eye out on the party that way.
Did we sleep before getting to Clarion?
Well, when you hit Clarion, you can probably see the map as it is now. I presume I think I've dragged you onto it. Yeah.
Did we had a long rest before we get to Clarion?
Yeah, you slept for 2
Oh, yeah.
days. You've had 2 nights sleep. But the important thing is, before you sort of like think about attributes and spells, is that when you arrive at Clarion, the town is totally and utterly ransacked, and there appears to be nothing living in the whole of the village. There seems to be bodies that have been ripped apart, and as you approach, you see that there's a vain attempt to erect defences around the town, like bits of stakes and things like that, and yet it's obviously been quite futile. And you see numbers of bodies that have been dragged out and gored to bits and pulled left, right and centre as if with a vicious attack. And the whole village, every room, every tavern, every area is completely and utterly devoid of human life. You also notice, and you can probably see it if you move down the street.
Yeah.
Even Lawrence here is butchered, and just where you are, Bazooka, just over here, this is the body of what appears to be a Minotaur, and he's been pulled left, right and centre. He's got huge bites pulled out of him, and there appears to be several almost like werewolf carcasses littered around him, as if he's done a mighty battle and sort of like been fighting for some time, but is absolutely dead. And then at the end of the street, there seems to be something cast onto the floor, inscribed with what obviously appears to be a number of the villagers' blood, and it seems to be some kind
Runes.
of a symbol
Doom.
Dark.
cast out
One of those
on the floor.
4 runes we found.
Doom.
do we-
Dark.
Recognize it as any of the guilds of Doom, Dark, Doom, Death, all those ones?
Well, we will leave that to the next adventure, where we will see whether or not you manage to pull yourself together as a party and actually go up against the forces of evil, or whether or not evil continues to infest the party itself.
I tell you now, I'm glad you've done this because Bazooka was going to leave and say, I'm done with this. But now he's seen his friend.
Okay, guys.
He's revenge.
Okay, so we will leave it there for this week. So if you'd like to go around and tell people who you are and where they can find you. And Longshanks EPG, you're up first.
Hi guys, I'm Longshanks EPG. Tonight you've been watching me play Ashenek, the Human Druid. I currently don't stream, so the next time you'll see me you'll probably hear from me in Inruz's chat tomorrow at some point in the afternoon whilst he's streaming, but you'll definitely see me playing Shadowrun on Tuesday night in Inruz's channel.
Monday.
No Monday.
What?
It's Monday off.
Correct.
We did RuneQuest this Monday, just gone. So next Monday is Monday off. So we've got Shadowrun this Tuesday.
Excellent. And Cryptex.
Hi, I'm Cryptex. I've been playing Ereval, the Elven Ranger. I'm going to be back online on my channel tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 4 p.m. GMT. Going to be playing some Soma, usually on Saturday and Sunday mornings at the same time. And I try to get a little time in the afternoon in the week during the week as well.
Is it 81 or 91?
81.
That's what I thought.
I'd be really young if I was 91.
There you go. Twitcher 2, Assassin of Kings, and Flat Battery.
Hi guys, I'm Flat Battery. You can find me on my stream, Flat_Battery. Also on other social media that you can find on that page, such as Twitter, YouTube. I don't really keep updated. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to be playing some PlayerUnknown Battleground in the next about 10 minutes after this. Fantastic stream. So I hope you see you there.
And Big Beastie.
I am Big Beastie, and you can catch me in my channel when I can be bothered to stream, or you can catch me in this channel right here on alternate Mondays playing RuneQuest or Mithras, Tuesdays playing Shadowrun, and obviously Saturdays playing D&D. Other than that, you can catch me in or get me on my social medias, which is in my channel in the down there's where you can see all my good stuff. And other than that, I'll be in Flat Batteries or in Wills's channel lurking, playing games or just chatting crap.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And Rurik.
I'm Clutsadin. Thank you, Master Gnome Bazooka. You can find me in this game of the famous DM Finland, or you can find me in the chats of every streamers around me.
Excellent.
And I'll pass the torch to Tenaria. That's muted right now.
There we go. Hi, I'm Sprocketeer. I can be found here for D&D, here on Mondays for Mithras. Skageth channel various times through the week for first edition D&D on Monday, and basic D&D, which was fantastic, on Thursday. Going to be doing something on Fridays, and Sundays Fuzzy Mushroom Blues Curse of Strahd game, where I did die last week. I thought I hadn't, but it turns out I did. That's 5 times in 3 sessions.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
5 out of 3 ain't bad. 3 out of 5 ain't bad. Excellent.
Yes, that's about it, I think.
Okay, brilliant. I've been in Wills and I've been DMing for this crowd of people. And next Saturday, we will find out who comes back, whether or not people decide that characters are going to be changed, because they do have the option for that before next Saturday. But we'll find out whether or not they can actually manage to keep the party together and sort out internal quarrels to actually start to work together to defeat the island or the town of something a lot more devastating. Remember, I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 3 o'clock BST time. So please do come back. And it only remains for me to say to each and every one of you, have fun. And I'll catch you all later. And until then, consider yourself waffled. Have fun, guys. Bye.